responsibility because he was responsible at the time when it happened. So as managing director, he is culpable, even if the board fed him the information as to this is the way it should be done. If this is wrong, as Pam suggests, and if this is amoral, then it's Eric who's culpable, period.
And a good manager doesn't fire people who speak.
I understand your comments,
and it's also not done in public on emails, going back and forth and sharing it with the larger community of people who aren't necessarily on the stage. This whole babble talk of he said, she said, in emails to people like myself, who's just a donor and a participator, but not a decision maker, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the artistic community. I think Pam's hit it on the head. We've been sorely embarrassed, all of us. We feel that our family has been somehow, hit at or what have you, and it bothers us going forward. This is the 50th year, and here we are arguing about management and finances, and not about art and the artistic community putting on shows. And yes, you can fill every seat, every performance, and that's wonderful. My wife said that to me. She said, I don't understand. Every time we go to the Skylight, every seat's always filled. Where is all this money going? Well, maybe it's going, maybe it has in the past gone to other places. Maybe we need to reach out to the Kennedy Center and get them in here to help us reassess that. Arts groups operate at deficits all the time. And so we are embarrassed. We are embarrassed, and I think the board, I've talked to some board members who never even knew about this. All of a sudden I said, hey, what's going on here? I don't know. Well, then I'm saying, I'm on boards. All my board members know what's going on. Are there board members in the Skylight Opera Theater that have no idea what's going on? I mean, don't go to meetings, don't go to performances. I mean, this is embarrassing. And we are a family in this. This makes the Skylight Theater unique, is that there's a family tie with the actors, with the communities, with the orchestra. It's what Colin wrote about many years ago, what Claire Richardson talked about. It's not just the actors that putting on a performance. It's the audience out there that we have to respect the audience. And when this gentleman here says, I don't know who's going to be on first base, why should I spend $80 when I don't know what's going on? That's not respecting the audience.
And the other thing that should be taken into consideration is that there are 15 more years. The family's growing. There are young theater artists here who are saying, I'm going to school in Chicago. I don't need to come back to Milwaukee. There's nothing for me. I'm going to school in the Twin Cities. I don't need to come back to Milwaukee. There's nothing for me. That's what's happening.
I think before we get interrupted by jets again, I'll let Colin have some concluding comments here.
Okay, I'd be happy to make a speech now. It has to do with the following. Claire Richardson said he liked a board that he could meet with in the back of a speeding automobile. And that meant a fairly small board. Johnny Bohan read, what's the name of that thing?
Broadway Baby.
Broadway Baby for all those years. He wouldn't have a board, therefore he was a for-profit organization. He knew what happens when you get involved with boards. So the interesting thing is now that, at last count, I think the Skylight board had 37 members on it. And when I asked him, Suzanne, how do you communicate with the board? She said, it's very difficult, but we need them for fundraising. So I just asked him right now, and he said that I should say this, because I think that one of the things that's going to be talked about at the Board of Advocates meeting this afternoon is that this board structure has not helped solve this problem.
Right.
And a recommendation may come out of it, and would certainly give you credence in expressing things in the future, everybody, about how to have a board that's truly responsive and easy to work with, and also pays a lot of money. So you got to have your cake and eat it too. But the fact is, this one went too far and became too unwieldy. And if I were Eric, having to work with 37 board members, I couldn't talk to one board member a month and talk to them all individually once a month, which is what you should do. And you may be able to do it, but it's too many people, I think, to run an organization, although you do need the money. So there's alternate structures should be considered, and I think that will happen. And it will address Todd's issue about the family too.
That's a very fair comment, and we would be open to governance structure, issues. Anecdotally, at 1 o'clock last night when I was trying to get a press release out, and to manage that through 37 people was a pain. So, I appreciate everybody being down here. We're going to reconstitute next week at the Friday morning 8 o'clock coffee club if you'll have us.
There may be other things that we talk about, but you're welcome, obviously.
That's right. you have my email address since it was all, on the, and I am, willing to talk to anybody. I do have a full-time job I do have to take care of, so I'll be out of town next week in DC on Wednesday. But other than that, I will absolutely commit to you that I will be listening. I will hear your concerns. And all I can promise you from the trust perspective is we will do everything we can to try to earn your trust as we move forward.